Hello and welcome back. This is your Lord and Saint Beppis. Now, when we last left off, we were generally just kind of chilling, if I remember correctly. Ooh, money. Is he starting a faction? That is the question of the hour. We were just kind of chilling. No. Okay, we'll ransom him. We have all these little places to retake, and yeah, that's basically it. We're just trying to get rid of what nomads still remain. And what is this, 3 months on this faction? 13, alright. Let's declare war! Not holy war. It's been a little bit. I recorded the last episode a couple of... I think last week, actually. So... I don't actually really remember exactly what my plan was. So... yeah. That's that. But I generally do still remember what I wanted to accomplish. Why will it not let me stop gathering? Okay. Ooh, money. Ooh, money. Okay. Thank you, game. Don't know why I did that. Money. Ooh, money. Yeah, nobody was there. We'll kick their ass with this one. More legitimacy. I did fool around in my spare time with the administrative government a little bit. I did find out you can promote yourself. I do also remember that I may have made a bit of a mistake, not one for me at least. But administrative governments can't do internal wars. They can only do schemes for provinces. So, the fact that we are a warmonger based on our religion, it means my vassals can't do internal wars, which means that they will constantly be suffering from the at-peace penalty. I don't really want to switch off of administrative government just because I've personally never really played an admin government before. I've almost entirely done feudal and tribal. I don't really like playing as Muslim in this game. I know there are people who like doing it. I just personally don't like playing as a Muslim in Crusader Kings. I know they did a bunch of changes with how clan works. My main issue is basically just the clan government. I don't really have anything against the Muslim faith. I think it's actually a little bit stronger than Catholicism. But the clan government, I think it's actually a fairly strong type of government. The problem I have with clan government, or when I used to play, or when I did play Muslims a little bit, is that it was too similar to feudal. My main gripe with clan now is that it's way too easy to just succeed with it. It's just wildly easy to make yourself powerful with a clan government. I think actually clan needs a nerf to their stability, if I'm being perfectly honest. But that's just me. I think they're a bit too stable. Because it's very rare that clan governments actually collapse like they used to do. Okay, we just feudalized those. This all goes to Moldavia. Let's also... Which one was it? Was it this one? This one. There we go. Ashina. And we will give that over to my cousin. And now let's get rid of these guys over here. I am aware that the minority vassals are not the biggest fans of me, just because I'm converting so much of their land. But it's not really a problem. Let's start converting the rest of this old Tengri land. Who's in charge here? She is... Yeah, they're all Tengri here, so it'll spread out. Who's in charge here? This chiefess. I don't know why she's not converting the land. It might just because she's having trouble. Let's help with that. Let me check my provinces. I did find out that, the temples do work. It's just weird. I don't understand it, but sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. I fiddled around with it in a prior save file. I just don't really understand what the conditions are for it to work. It sometimes works, and it feels like sometimes it doesn't, so... It'll fix it. It's a problem that will fix itself. I also figured out that you cannot move your estate if the top liege is in a war, which can be annoying, but it does not particularly affect me. In any case, I think we're gonna need a new physician soon, I believe. Let me check the plague map mode real quick. Yeah, there's barely any plagues except for these infections down here. That's actually surprising. Usually plagues are just always happening. House member got a magistracy. That's good for us. More influence, even though we don't really need it. Our son, I do want to get him to surpass that candidate. One of my vassals. Yeah. It was a thing that showed up. I probably just didn't see it. Although he does have a lot of investments done into it. Can we murder him? Let's do secrecy, because I really don't want it getting out. How much will this get us? A lot. Okay, that's good. My brother will invite him. 13%. This is a steward. We can bribe him. 63%. And his spy master hates him. We'll bribe her. And then my woman and tutor, she can do the phase length. So he's never gonna even know this happens. We just need to wait for our advantages to fill up. And that will be that faction, not faction, that will be that issue taken care of. We do get bonuses, though. Is it for political schemes? It's only for political schemes that we get bonuses from influence. Speaking of which, let's go rob another family of their influence. There we go, challenge status. There we go. Don't need secrecy, just need phase scheme time down. This daughter needs a guardian. Someone who's good with martial. You know, I'll teach her. Even though my traits aren't really that good. She does not have a guardian. Let's give her stewardship. Yeah. Let's just make her stewardship, because she's got good stewardship, and I don't really want her doing stuff. She could also be martial. Let's give it to that daughter. I don't really care about her. That's a harsh thing to say, but oh well. And yeah, he can get warrior training as well. This son, he's got a guardian. He does too. She has a guardian. Okay. That looks like all of my 13 children have guardians. At least the ones that are not old. Oh, my son is a magistrate down in Anatolia. Well, that's good. And Anatolia is losing a war to the Romans. You'd think with us being warmongers, we'd be pretty good at not losing wars. But I guess only I'm good at that. Alright, he's running. I'm just gonna chase him because he'll take attrition damage. He already lost like 100 guys from the attrition. Yeah, we're both really good commanders. I'm just 20 points better than him. Alright, my scheme is done. Not that scheme, this scheme. And let's steal some influence from him. There we go. My son is ill. He should be fine, though. He's got a ton of influence. Alright. Took out that second army they made. More indulgences. And we're gonna lose land to them? No. Alright. That is where their leader is. How much to siege down this place? 3 months, 4 months. Alright. Let's attack them here, and then we can go back and take care of the previous bullshit we were dealing with. Alright. Let's chase down their leader. No, we didn't capture him. Unfortunate. Where is some of their troops? Alright, we'll just throw down... Can I hire a holy order? No, they're already hired. That's unfortunate. We'll just use the nomad troops then. Nomad troops, the subject armies. Like, normally these things go down after a couple C-sessions, a couple successions, but it seems like these ones aren't going to for a while. Alright. Money there. Where else are they sieging? It's kind of hard to tell sometimes, just because my country is so big. I'm sure I can... That one we've already seen. Nope. Come on. This one. Down there. Okay. Just get some more. Alright, put him in charge. Right out and crush those guys. There we go. They're done for. Disband those. Disband those. And go look back at the normal army. Alright, let's chase them off here again. Alright, they're going on the water, it looks like. Yeah, these guys don't really have big garrisons here. It's probably a problem with technology. Our tech will increase pretty rapidly once we get a bunch of other stuff done. Okay. Usurp an emirate in Arabia. No thank you. No need to. Son learns a Slavic language. Okay. And we finished a conversion. Awesome. Let's keep converting. These 3 places are Taltoist, right? The guy in charge is not, so... yeah, we'll just start converting all that land. It only takes us a year because of the consecrated blood, and we have a very good priest right now. I don't care about the blackmail right now. Because it's not anybody important that has the blackmail, it's just mercenary companies. Let's feudalize all this land. Yeah. How did Russia do this in real life? That is the question. Moldavia is by far my largest vassal. They're going to be a bit of a problem in the future, I believe. Yeah. I foresee them being a problem in the future. We can create the Viceroyalty of Wallachia. Let's give it... Both of you are nomads, but you're Taltoist. I'll give it to you because you're Tengri. And we shall grant you that vassal. Alright, let's see here now as well. Pannonia exists. He's clan and Orthodox. Can I get his conversion? Let's try. He wants a favor. No. Alright. That's gonna be a bit of a problem. But not insurmountable. Let's... I could build another thing here. Let's build a city. I know the threat is usually to build temples, but I'm not getting taxes directly from the temple holder, which would be your realm priest normally. I'm getting the taxes directly from them, and they don't make much money in the first place. So, city's better, because the city will... you can build guilds in cities, which will massively increase development growth. So, yeah, that's what I would rather have. Let's bring... I thought we were already integrating Pontus. I guess it stopped for some reason? Okay. Alright, let's see. Who now is in our way for this? Same places, generally speaking. Alright. Next up on the chopping block. Oh my gosh, my vassals have almost completely conquered Arabia and Yemen. Alright. Let's create that. It seems Mesopotamia is in charge of most of it. Let us grant him the appointment to Arabia, and he can politically battle it out with the rest of them. I can create... No, I cannot yet create the Arabian Empire. But that will give me a de jure claim on Egypt, if I do claim the Arabian Empire. If that happens... Okay, if my vassals conquer enough for me to make the Arabian Empire, then I will do a great holy war against Egypt. Let's take out these nomads now. Oh, the troops were already raised. They were preparing to go raid. Alright. Only take us a month to raise here. It's not too far from our land. An adulterous governess. Okay. Indulgences, thank you. Betrothed can marry. My son and a woman. Awesome. Another house member gained an appointment. That's good for us. I do have to get my other son married. Let's see here. Let's see, who can we get it with him? Let's try and see... Let's do our eugenics. Who's genius? With our niece? Okay. With this Mashriki lady. Nobody's double dipping. She's 14. This one's 8. She's got some traits I don't like, though. Let's take the chance. Let's take the chance with the 8-year-old. God, that sounds horrible taken out of context. YouTube, I'm not a pedophile, I swear. They're not married, they're just arranged to be married. Alright. I think we might let the next set of nomads break away and then just kill them. What happened? My daughter's educator died in her sleep. Oh. That sucks. We need a new tutor now. Ranked by aptitude. Let's do Korchi. He's pretty good. And yeah, she was one of my concubines. How unfortunate. She's vengeful. I don't want to do that to her. She's 42 and a lunatic. No, thank you. Maybe if we capture somebody else. God, does that sound horrible, too. But we are playing a very horrible, family, I suppose. Been running around the steppes basically stealing and murdering the entire game. I'll get a new concubine soon, don't worry. Who is it? My daughter. One of my daughters. Her? Yeah, she needs a new guardian. Sure. Have her learn with the seneschal, who is also one of my concubines. They're both Greek Tengris. And one of them's gay. I guess I just captured some Greek ladies and then just forced them. Okay, sure. She's 47. I hope she realizes that I can't actually marry her because she's a lowborn. And that kind of stuff will not work for my vassals. My daughter, Goland, has just finished a lesson held by Korchi on the management of the treasury and the gold therein. She seems to have taken the lesson somewhat to heart. She understands the role of the lower classes. She also insists that if a peasant stops paying their taxes, they are of no more use and should be discarded. A very callous view. Sure, kid, you can be callous. Because all of those options are probably not good. Then again, we are horrible people, so... guess it runs in the family. See, these ones were cheap. I guess it depends on how much of the ducal title is nomadic or not, and they are part of Siberia. He's belligerent. Huh. So I guess he likes it when I conquer places. Doesn't like the limited administration, though. Parochial and glory hounds do not like increased bureaucracy. Alright. Okay. Okay, so even with limited administration, non-administrative vassals cannot wage war against other vassals unless they have a hook on me. Alright, this one... What is this next one? Let me read this. All available succession law change, which doesn't really mean anything. We only have acclamation succession. Provincial war declaration. Yeah, governors can wage external wars. Tentative border policy. Yeah, no, that's fine. I like having the, extra stuff. We can approve war declaration. Restricted... war declaration... Oh, approval! They need approval. Okay. I'll leave it down there, then. But, yeah, acclamation succession, I'm fine with this. Primogeniture, I'm also fine with this. And I'm also fine with ultimogeniture. It doesn't really matter which one you pick, because they're the same. And if you have high enough authority, crown authority, or administrative, you can just pick your heir. Alright. That's enough looking at government. Let's let our army recharge. Agent removed from scheme. Damn. That was one of our alibis. Alright, let's get him and my son. 3 months until next phase. Ooh, ransom. Ooh, indulgences. Ooh, indulgences. Alright. Alright, the army's back up. Let's conquer. Looks like, that is a very fortified nomadic settlement. That's where their capital is located, it seems. No. Oh, wow. More money. Someone is scheming to kill, one of my vassals. Who? I do not care. Throw him in jail. Alright, we'll just go right for him. 9,000 troops against what is essentially 3,000 yuppies. We got this. Governorship. I support his candidate score for the province of Aleppo. Effect on me. I will gain influence. I will do that then. And our son is losing the Empire's election. We'll just bop him up to first with some influence. How much investment capacity is he using? Little bit more than the other guy. Yeah, powerful family rating? Okay. So his family holds a lot of governorships, it seems. They're a fairly new family, too. Huh. And Turil, there we go. He's now a Ravener. Okay, apparently Rivdan spit in my son Eric's food, Eric Hikara's food during dinner a few nights ago. One of the cooks came upon him getting revenge by spitting in his food in secret. That would explain why he must have been spitting in his food for days. Deceitful. Vengeful? Vengeful's a little better, because it's not outright hated. Alright. Catch him. There we go. Ooh, more money. Oh, yeah, not even a chance. Alright, let's head back the way we came. Kick their ass again. And... yeah, maybe they shouldn't have spent all that money. And hoard. Yeah, imprison a Viceroy of Sang for being an adulterer. Okay, well he's part of that one family, so let's revoke his appointment for being a criminal. Alright, the Kingdom of Sang now needs a